Watering tomatoes outdoors in Britain starts a proper fight on any gardening forum. Can you grow them with no greenhouse at all? 300 comments, 2 angry camps, and no agreement. I am Michael. I drive buses in Belfast, and I grow them both ways. The short answer is yes. The long answer is all about rain and how you water when the weather will not help. All about rain. So let us hear both camps out fairly, because both of them are partly right. The first camp says, give up, you need glass. Their case is real. A tomato is a warmth lover from the Americas, not a native of a wet northern island. Undercover, it gets a longer season, warmer nights, and shelter from the endless drizzle. Out in the open, it can sulk in a cold July, take forever to ripen, and pick up disease. All true. The second camp says nonsense. They grow theirs outdoors every year and freeze bags of them by September. And they are right too. Plenty of British gardens ripen a heavy outdoor crop, especially in the milder south, and the flavor off a sun-warmed outdoor plant is hard to beat. So who wins? Neither, on their own, because they are arguing about the wrong thing. The camps think the question is warmth. It is not. The thing that actually decides an outdoor tomato in Britain is not how warm your summer is. It is how much rain lands on the leaves. Get that one variable right, and the outdoor crop stops being a gamble. Get it wrong, and no amount of sunshine will save it. So let me introduce the real enemy, the one both camps circle around without naming. Late blight. It is a water mold, the same family of trouble that helped cause the Irish potato famine, and it loves exactly the weather a British summer serves up. Warm, muggy, and wet. Here is how it works. The spores blow in on the wind, they land on your tomato leaves, and if those leaves stay wet for long enough, the spores germinate and drive straight into the plant. First you see brown blotches on the leaves, then dark streaks up the stems, then the fruit turns hard and brown and the whole plant collapses, and it is fast. A healthy-looking outdoor crop can be a slimy ruin within days of the first spot. Worst of all, there is no home cure. Once blight is properly into a plant, you cannot spray it better. You can only pull it up and bin it, not compost it, before it spreads to next door. And this is the crucial bit for today. Blight needs wet leaves to get started. That is the whole reason outdoor tomatoes are riskier than ones under cover. Not the cold, the wet. So everything we do from here is about keeping those leaves dry. So now the golden rule of this whole series comes into its own. Water the roots, never the leaves. It matters for every plant, but for an outdoor tomato in a British summer, it is the difference between a crop and a compost heap. Think about what a wet leaf actually is. It is a landing pad. A film of water sitting on the surface is the exact thing a blight spore needs to wake up and burrow in. Rain does this for free, of course, every time it falls, and we will deal with the rain in a moment. But the daft thing is how many of us make it worse with our own hands. We come out in the evening with a watering can or a hose, and we sprinkle the whole plant, leaves and all, and feel like we have done a lovely job. What we have actually done is coat every leaf in a film of water in the cool of the evening that will sit there wet all night long. That is a blight nursery, and we built it. So the fix is simple. Water at the base of the plant only, straight onto the soil, so not a drop touches the foliage. Do it in the morning if you can, so any splash dries fast. A drip line or a soaker hose does this perfectly because it wets the ground and leaves the leaves bone dry. That single habit removes half the risk before the weather even gets a vote. So keeping the leaves dry is job 1. Job 2 is choosing a plant that is on your side to begin with. because not all tomatoes are equal outdoors. First, understand the two shapes a tomato grows in. Cordon types, sometimes called indeterminate, are the tall ones you tie up a cane and pinch out all summer. They crop over a long season, which outdoors means racing to ripen before blight arrives in late summer. Bush types, or determinate, stay low and squat, and here is the clever part. They set most of their fruit in one earlier flush and get it done sooner, often dodging the worst of the blight season entirely. For an open, no greenhouse garden, a bush tomato is very often the easier win. Second, look for named blight-resistant varieties. Plant breeders have done years of work on this, and there are outdoor tomatoes bred specifically to shrug off the disease that would flatten an older variety. They are not magic, but they buy you weeks. And third, whatever you grow, give it room. Space the plants so air moves freely between them, because a crowded, still, humid row keeps the leaves damp and hands blight an easy path from one plant to the next. So here is my verdict on the great forum fight, the bit worth writing down. Yes, you can grow cracking tomatoes outdoors in Britain, and the answer is two simple things. Give them a roof, and give them a root soak. The roof first. You do not need a whole greenhouse. You just need to keep the rain off the leaves. A cheap plastic cloche, a lean-to sheet of clear corrugated plastic against a south-facing wall. Even a purpose-made tomato umbrella over the plants. Any of it keeps the falling rain off the foliage while letting the sun and the air through. That one bit of shelter takes the single biggest blight trigger, wet leaves from rain, and simply removes it. Now the root soak. Because a roof also keeps the rain off the soil, a covered plant cannot rely on the weather to water it at all. It is now as dependent on you as a greenhouse plant is. So you feed it from below, steady and even, straight to the roots, exactly the way we talked about last time. A roof over the leaves, a soak at the roots. Do those two together, and you have taken an outdoor tomato from a yearly gamble to a plan that works. A south-facing wall, a sheet of plastic, and a drip line at the base. That is the whole secret.